Hi, I'm Jess Salomon.
And I'm Eman El-Husseini. And this is
Xtra
El-Husseini.
Good morning. Xtra Honey El-Husseini, new edition.
Daughter. So picture this Italian guy, great friend of ours. He looks like a Belushi brother, okay? Walks over with the tray filled with shots, and he was like, hey, ladies, I think you should kiss. And like the good Montreal party girls that we are, we obliged. And like the good lesbians that we are, we immediately fell in love and got married. That's what, it's a great story. It's a great story.
Little PSA for the fellas out there. Maybe you're trying to get two women to kiss at a bar. Just know that they might go off alone and make a lifelong commitment to each other. You know?
All right, we're going to be picking questions from these bowls. Okay, question number 1. Here we go. What was your first queer kiss like?
It was great.
Who was it with?
My wife.
Yeah. Eman's never been with a woman other than me, so no one tell her I'm not the best.
You are the best.
Okay, all right.
I married my first kiss, you guys. Traditional Muslim woman here. Thank you very much.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Who was the hardest person you had to come out to and why? I guess my parents.
Yeah.
It was a lot of Arab guilt, you know. For
Did
those
they
of you,
take out the Quran? Or?
They took out the Quran, a lot of tears. But if you're not familiar with Arab guilt is a combination of Jewish guilt and Catholic guilt multiplied by the number of wars that your parents escaped. So
Yeah.
I felt really bad coming out to them.
Yeah.
About comedy and
Comedy was the first
gayness.
coming out.
Yeah.
The first disappointing moment for
That's
the parents.
it. Who was the hardest person for you?
Oh, my mother.
Your mother?
Yeah. Well, what I did was
'cause you took her out.
I decided to go to a public place.
Right.
Where maybe that might help the situation because she could only do so much in a restaurant. And then I told her that I met someone and I was seeing someone. She got so excited, you know how they do, thinking it was a guy.
Yeah.
And she has something that I have from her, which is a nervous laughing.
Right.
And so when I told her who it was, because she knew who it was, she started laughing like this, nervously laughing out of control.
Right.
And only when we got home did it turn to tears.
Right.
Who was your first queer crush? Okay, well, I think we talked about this.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Specifically for Angelina Jolie, nobody else, you know?
Yeah.
The feelings were just only her.
Yeah.
And then later you came. So it was really from Angelina Jolie to you.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're pretty much on the same level.
Exactly.
A lot of people, you know, it's her and I that
That's
people
it.
say. Yeah.
That's
Okay, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is not to be famous before I die. I would hate to die and then become popular.
Right.
If I die first, make sure nobody says anything nice about me. Yeah.
Okay. I guess for me, my biggest fear is being buried alive. So, famous or not famous, that is my. Make sure that people like double, triple check that I'm
make
really
sure that
dead.
you're dead.
Yeah.
We should get a double casket because I want us to spoon.
Yeah.
Even in death.
I don't think that that's possible.
Mausoleum with double casket.
But we'd have to go at the same time.
We have to ask. I'm gonna Google it.
I don't think you can
Let's
open
Google.
it up and put the other person in later. Okay, who's your favorite Insta thirst trap?
You know I'm a bit narcissistic and I'm always on my own page. So
I thought you were
don't
going
know.
to say pictures of food.
Or food too.
I think you thirst after.
I do thirst after
Instas.
food, but I do spend so much time on my own pictures.
Yeah, I thirst after every woman.
When was the first time you had your heart broken? Never.
Well, yeah, I'm your first love.
You're my first love.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know.
I can't break your heart. I
Yeah,
told you I
that's
would
it.
stay with you
Even if you're miserable.
even if I was miserable.
And I'm okay with that. What are you working on right now? Our marriage.
Our relationship. Sharing. We've got our comedy special.
Yeah, which is very exciting.
Marriage of Convenience.
On Crave. No, go ahead. I feel like I'm hogging.
No,
it.
no, no.
Yeah, I like to share.
Who do you want to collaborate with?
Madonna, of course, she's
Madonna.
my hero. My ultimate dream is when I become super famous, which is hopefully 2021 maximum, to have like my first like stadium, and Madonna sort of, if she wants to be there in person, she's allowed, but if she's not in person, she sort of introduces me on the big screen
Right.
to the song Vogue,
Right.
and then I walk out like on a lion, sort of, on a red carpet to the microphone.
Okay. Could I be there?
If you want to.
Yeah. I want to learn how to collaborate with you. Okay, what's the thirstiest? You know what thirsty means now, right?
So now
the
thirsty is like desperate?
No, it's just, well,
Or
it's
dehydrated?
No,
I thought
like
it was
sexually
always-
interested,
Oh, okay.
attracted to.
I was going to say horny, but
Thirsty. Yeah, exactly. It's horny. What's the horniest DM you've ever gotten?
I had like these Arab guys. I guess like sometimes they don't go through my entire profile and they
Right.
don't see all the lovely pictures that I have with you. And
Yeah.
they're like, hey, sister, age, sex, location.
Oh,
What are
really?
you up to?
Yeah, I think the thirstiest DM. I'm sure I've opened a few dick pics.
Dick pics. I never got a dick pic.
Oh, poor you.
Okay.
Okay, let's move it along.
Okay, sorry. What do you want to see more of in comedy?
Women.
Women, gay people, PC culture.
Yeah.
Stop being lazy, just write better jokes.
Yeah. That goes for you too. How did you meet and what did you first notice about each other? Well, we met at
Doing comedy. Yeah, we didn't care about each other that much.
No.
You looked
What
like a
was the first
sexy librarian.
Thank you. I liked how you seem. Well, that's a type of mine. Definitely like bitchy on the outside, kind of rough
Yeah.
mean like rough.
But then
and
you get
tough.
to know me and I'm just crying at
And
everything.
then inside, yeah, very softy.
Yeah, okay, thank you. All right. What have you learned about yourself through comedy? I could gain weight so easily on the comedy scene because everything is late at night.
I've learned a lot about how an audience perceives me. Because when I first started, when I would say that I was gay, that I was Jewish, that I
They were like, "You don't look
my
like
mom
any
is
of
from
that."
South America. Yeah, I wasn't sort of dealing with the elephant in the room. I was bringing the elephant in and then having to have a line about it. But now it's like things have changed a little bit. I don't have to make a whole thing about being married. I just say I'm married to a woman, and it just kind of moves on from there.
Yeah. Before you had to do some convincing.
I had to have a few in between jokes to
Yeah.
just because I would suck the air out of the room somehow, and then
Sure.
Yes.
What's the most surprising thing that happened to you on stage? Our wedding anniversary is in May 23rd. We got married right here in Toronto. I was on the road last year. Yeah. Or 2 years. 2 years ago, I was on the road for 3 weeks, missing my wife on the road.
And you were in Vancouver.
Vancouver, miserable. Closing out a show on Tuesday. I'm just, I'm doing my jokes. I'm killing like usual. You know how it is.
You know.
And then I just noticed this person walks in late and sits in the front. And I'm like, who does that? Who shows up late at the end of the show and sits right in the front? And it's my wife, surprising me. She flew in from New York City to be with me on our anniversary.
I just thought it would be hilarious if I sat in the audience and waited for you to notice that I was there.
Meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, who's this rude person? We're so connected.
So we want people to follow us on Instagram. We have a cartoon account called @the El-Salomons, which is our duo act name.
That's right.
It was our wedding hashtag.
That's correct. A new cartoon comes out every Tuesday.
So go check it out, follow us.
And Esther should be making her debut.
Oh yeah, Esther Honey is going
on
to be
the
on the
cartoon
cartoon
soon.
We have to cartoonify you.